Check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me 'cause I.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Number 53, Mike 53. 5.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get in the white room. Go, go. Put up. Go. Hurry, hurry. Hit it.
From the gun, Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check, check, check. Go out. Check, check. Hey, Herbert. Hey, turn it up. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's got Gresham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Leo, go, go. Alpha.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a run by Smith. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Alert, 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 alert. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, wahoo.
Mayfield off the play fake. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier. Need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring
94.
to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he comes back with one complete. Fights through, and now a crease. The 30. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
A pickup on the play of 54 yards. First down, Patriots.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right there. Undercut. Go. Check 9, check 9. 6 down. Check 6, get it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 37 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, Smith. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. A handoff to Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
58, right over there.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, Charlie.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, rock it. Rock it.
On first down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's McCaffrey. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On third down, Herbert. This one complete to Gresham. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Break. 452. 61. Matchbox lights. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Get it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Bravo. Let's go. Topper, topper. Look, squeeze. Let's go. 5.
To throw on third down, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
14, Browns 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far, as they try again with a first down now. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. To throw, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180. Watch time.
They'll run on first down. Arnold, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 43 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Urban.
52 is the mic right here.
Hard.
Silver. SOS.
Play. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fielded just inside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert!
After the penalty, it's Smith. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, 133.
Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. From a yard out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Yeah. Look at me. Go on,
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mack Wilson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I'm scared.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Real. Switch it. King. Hey, exit. Go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darren Lee picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Oh, look at the juke. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 3rd down.
52. Hey. Just like that.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight.
Now it's Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Mayfield shakes off the sack. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Following the penalty, Chubb busts through the tackle. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.
Here we go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.